later on. So this is exciting to have it come off a season with 26 wins, to be able to see these five seniors really for the last time in this setting with their teammates. We're done with postseason practice. It ended really with weightlifting today, and then now it's going to be a busy summer of them all getting better and gradually blending with their new teammates in the summer term, and a lot's going on. So we're embracing it all and trying to become more informed how we can be a better program.
Any downtime for you? We saw you recruiting like days after you guys got
Yeah,
back.
I did take 2 extra days after
Yeah.
the Final Four in Phoenix, and that was it. Now it really gets busy now for the rest of this month. The rest of April, we're either on the road or hosting recruits.
John, what was the decision process with Mo and DJ? Like, was there some uncertainty? Was it something that seemed pretty obvious?
No, I really, after we got all the facts, we got great input from the advisory committee, and they looked at those facts, and I encourage them to look at this aggressively and go after it. They really felt, don't go into this if you're not going after it all. And so they decided they wanted to, test these waters is the common word they're using right now, measure where they are, and then make a decision after they have done this. So, there's it's good. It's better than it was where they were just taking projections and then they didn't actually go to play against people. So I would expect they'll have some various tryouts. I would expect they're on the combine list, whether they get invited or not. That remains to be seen. And they'll be able to be much more informed with their decision.
Did you make a recommendation to them?
I did not. I recommended that if they follow their heart right now, and if they wanted to go and try out, I will give them in time where the rankings of where similar guys were, and where they got drafted. But it doesn't. It's some of it's relative, some of it's not.
Are you anticipating that both go to the full deadline?
No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I would think that they it certainly would help us the sooner they make a decision, but I do not want that to be about us. I want it to be about them.
Are you operating as though you still have just one scholarship for 2017?
Yes and no. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we do have one scholarship, but
Yep.
we may have another one. So we're trying to certainly give some options open, another or two.
Right.
As they go off and kind of go off to Chicago or the Combine or wherever, I mean, how close are you going to be in terms of communicating with them? And,
Well, I'll go to
being
the
in touch with them?
probably. I know I'll be at the combine at least a day. I had some other commitments that I have to switch around if I can't, but I'll be there at least a day. But the assistant coaches will probably. I know Billy Donald loves the Chicago pizza. He'll probably want to go there at least one day, and we will. I don't like his Chicago pizza, but he does. But I will. We'll probably be there, and then the conduit between the NBA teams and the players is the only ones that can be is the coaching staff and their families. It cannot be others. So we're very involved in this, and this is only 2 years old, and we didn't do this last year. So we're learning as well, trying to make sure we put them in the best situation.
I was going to say, how do you operate when you're kind of learning this new method of postseason roster management, where there's contingencies upon contingencies, and how are you kind of?
I think we've had it before. I think we had it at the end of 13, and we had Tim and Trey. We had 5 guys considering it at one time, and 2 went and 3 didn't. So I think that it's part of the environment that I have to get used to. Don't know it all, but I try and learn every day.
Is it kind of just a matter of being comfortable that it just takes another month for you to know what the roster's going to look like?
I think so, and knowing that what we found out that if they do select, there's still players available that late. There's a lot of players that come available late, and we even last summer we didn't pursue some of them, but there were some players that I think we could have pursued even late. So we just got to be flexible with it.
The players who you are pursuing, what do you tell them? Do you tell them you just have to wait for us, or do you say?
I haven't approached any of those yet, so I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to tell them. But every day I have more information. Every day we'll have more information that we can share with them. But right now we have a scholarship, and we could have more. So now you just sort of got to balance that.
You kind of.
The best thing is to be very honest and upfront, and that you don't know what's going to happen, and because we're not the only ones going through this.
So because Mo and DJ have already announced this, does that make it easier to be upfront? I mean, otherwise,
It's just like the recruiting process right now. You cannot offer to one kid everybody knows it within minutes.
Right.
So it's the same thing. And that transparency is good.
So you don't anticipate any further attrition other than the
I
possibility
don't,
of those
I
other two
don't,
guys?
I don't,
Okay.
but we've been surprised before, but I
Okay.
don't.
There's been a few grad transfers linked to Michigan. I mean, how is that? It seems like
We're looking at all options right now. We're looking at all options.
I know you said you don't say what you won't tell us what you say to them, but what do they say maybe to you when they look at the roster? Do they ask you what's happening?
No, everybody always wants to know if we have open scholarships, and we have one right now.
Okay.
And we could have more.
I know it seems like you kind of took a little bit to, whatever is the word, embrace the idea of grad transfers and stuff like that. For you, is that?
Yeah, I've never had anything against it. You know, you all know I wasn't in favor of people going within our own league. I just think it's just a difficult environment if we're recruiting off each other's campuses. But it's happened and it's bygones now. But I do think that I've always looked at, as we go through and I watch another team, some coaches have told me, be careful, right? Some other coaches have been saying it saved our season. So we're gonna find the right guy who has high character, values Michigan, if we go that route.
You're looking at some point guards. Does that speak to X and needing some depth, or what is
We're
that?
looking at every position right now. We're gonna see whatever we can do to fill any hole, what's best to help Michigan, be a better team next year.
When coaches,
I think we're pretty flexible with the lineup where people can play.
Okay.
when coaches tell you be careful, is it? I mean, the thought of like
Well, the-
players being supplanted by someone who wasn't initially recruited, that they feel kind of a certain way.
I think we have a tremendous culture in that locker room. Just make sure that you don't do anything that's gonna get in the way of that culture.
Can the two guards who are coming in play both positions?
Yes.
They can both be a point, both be a
Yes, yes. I would say Eli definitely point, and two, Jordan can play probably more 2 or 3, but could be a backup point in time. He's got to work on some areas there, but he can pass now. He can pass.
Were you salivating a bit when you saw Jordan Poole in that championship game? And
When he was knocked down those jump shots in the second half, start of the third quarter, whatever, he looked good.
He seems to
He's
have
so
no
young.
fear.
He's 17 years old right now. He's the typical guy we get that everybody who's playing against was a year older, except the kid going up to Michigan State is a young kid too. So they are, he's going to be a good player, and we like it. But Eli Brooks, I don't know the tournament he played in the other day, but he had a great game. Some All-Star game in Philly, and a great game. I think, and Isaiah, for him to win the Mr. Basketball, his skill level is so high. He's a multi-position player too.
I think it was the D'Onofrio, is that right?
Yeah, something. Yeah, he really played well against some high-level guys.
Is there any thought to Muhammad trying the one at all in this offseason?
It depends on what, if we use his last scholarship, who we end up getting in that last scholarship. Because I think he's gone from 20, 30 some scholarships to, or 20, 30 some assists to 40 or 50, now 60 or 70. I forget what his final number was. To get him over 100, that guy's got to be able. Zach had 90 some or 105 this year. He's got to be able to do that. But yes, he can do that. He can guard that position.
I don't know if you've had sit-downs with every guy yet, but who do you anticipate staying for both summer sessions?
We have 4 or 5 guys. I'm not going to divulge that, but we have more than we have in a while that will stay both sessions. And I don't encourage the first spring. It's John Sanderson may encourage it for them, but if they need to go home, the worst thing you want is any type of burnout. You don't want them here. That's 16 weeks, and some of them got here last June 25th. And then they're back, so I want them. The ones that be here, I want them to want to be here.
at one time you had talked about having the state tournament, the high school tournament,
Yeah.
maybe alternating. Have you guys continued to pursue that at
But
all?
we did pursue it,
Yep.
and it did not. We didn't. And a regional. We tried to get a
Right.
regional here too. It didn't work out, so we'll always pursue those. We put the big camp clinic here one time. It's going to come back here, not next year, but the following year.
Okay.
Whatever we can do to just get the high schools or the high school coaches in the building would be great.
Zach and Derek, have you talked to them about what the next step is in terms of the draft and preparing for the NBA or whatever?
Oh yeah, and we will be conduits for them as well, Zach. But they both will have or are in the process of hiring agents, so that will be we're there for them. But Zach choosing to go to Portsmouth was a great idea by him. Derek choosing not to go was a great idea by him. So it's a work in process. We're moving, and the ebbs and flows of this between them. DJ and Mo. There's something happening every day that we have to just sort of try to facilitate through and find the best answer.
Is it hard to kind of,
Anybody want to grab what the players
Yeah.
is it hard to kind of balance between Zach
back up
and,
with the people?
Yep.
Derek, where they have agents, they're seniors, and then Mo and DJ, like you said, the process is kind of new to them.
Yeah, no, but it's so new to so many different people. So we're always learning. Everybody's learning, and because it's like a game. You throw a game up, and are they zone? Are they man? Are they pressing? Are they not? Are they overplaying? Are they not? And it's the same things we deal with when we talk about their futures.